Back with Bobby and JJ Radio, we have Mr. Scott Haslem here with State Farm Insurance. I want to say thanks for hanging out with us today, Scott.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah, so obviously both of Bobby and I are in real estate, and so we are around your industry a tremendous amount, right? So let's talk about insurance to people. What kind of insurance do you cover in what types of insurance do you help people with?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I appreciate that. No, and the nice thing with State Farm is we cover all lines of insurance. So we do homeowners insurance, renters insurance, business insurance, obviously the auto we're known for, but we also do life insurance, health insurance, and we do retirement planning as well. Wow. And we also have a full service bank to go along with the real estate side. So a lot of folks don't know that we can do mortgage loans, and we can also do vehicle loans as well.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
You get a discount for getting, bulk?
Absolutely, and that's obviously the advantageous route to take. With State Farm, you get a 40% overall discount when you have the home and the auto together. So it's a 25% break on the home and a 15% break on the auto side. So 40% total savings.
That's awesome. So what, for the listeners and people watching on YouTube, so what are some things to look out for with insurance? 'Cause I think it's so complex, right? Especially just with homeowners insurance, for instance. What are some things that people miss, or that sometimes they're not told that they should be told when they're shopping for insurance?
Yeah, I think the biggest piece for folks to look out is there are different types of homeowners policies, and unless you're in the industry or in real estate, or is it something that you're looking at on a regular basis, most folks think that, a homeowner's policy is a homeowner's policy, when in fact there's multiple different types of policies. So you want to look for a broad policy in regards to that's going to cover just about everything that you would need it, versus it being a policy that's going to be limited to the coverages. So
at the end, they say we'll cover everything, but those are the ones that you want, instead of we cover this.
Exactly right. Right.
I've gotten burned, so
right.
I want to not get burned again.
The difference that you want to ask is this a named peril policy, or is this a broad form policy? You want the broad form, and that's the policy that State Farm offers.
The broad form, yeah, because I've had the other one and it wasn't cool. I'll give you, for instance, there was not this recent hailstorm, but the one maybe 7-8 years ago. Hail got hit, but I didn't have a wind-driven rain, so I had to pay for a whole.
You had liability.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, on my house. Yeah, no, but the wind-driven rain was not covered, right? And so I had to pay. So they covered the shingles, which is a minuscule amount of money, but not the damage that the actual water created inside the home.
Right.
And I don't know how that can be proven though. It's kind of strange, ain't it?
I don't know. I mean, because it was still covering, right? So when the wind would blow it up, the water would come in and then it would flat back down. That's how they knew. So if they were torn off completely, then they would have covered everything. But they weren't.
Told me I would have just ripped it off.
Now we know. Now we know. Next time I need insurance fraud, I definitely will call you, Bobby. But for the
don't call me.
Yeah, just don't call Scott. But so that's the difference between named and then broad form, right? Like if I would have seen it and said we cover everything but this, then I would be like, oh, then everything should be covered.
Absolutely. And like I said, that's that unfortunately is a piece that unless you're asking that specific question,
sure,
then you wouldn't even know to ask that question. But a lot of times we see it where folks are price shopping, and I know it's cliche, and I don't like to say it.
You get what you pay for.
Exactly right. You do get what you pay for it. If your house insurance is less than your car insurance, probably not a broad policy,
right?
To put it in simple terms.
Yeah.
So how has insurance changed here in the past few years with all the hail damage that we've been seeing?
I think the biggest piece is resourcing, and that's one of the nice things about State Farm is that we do have the resources where we can have adjusters, catastrophe folks that are working 24/7 all over the country, versus some of the smaller, companies that are local and they're right there in their state. To where some of the examples with Harvey that hit Houston, and even some of the large hailstorms we had here in San Antonio, we had a lot of adjusters that were coming out of state to make sure that we were taking care of folks. So that's one of the pieces that State Farm's done a really good job with adjusting, is to make sure that we're taking care of our insureds when there is a catastrophe like that and we may be undermanned in that particular area. We're bringing folks in from out of state to make sure that we're taking care of our clients.
Quick takeaway, Scott, while we have you. So obviously the rates have gone up for a lot of people a couple years ago. How are they now? What are the rates doing right now?
One of the nice things right now with State Farm is our rates are starting to decrease. They are going back down. Anytime there's a large number of claims in a particular area, you're going to have rate increases. With us being the largest company out there, we've kind of taken that rate ahead of everybody else. So you'll see a lot of companies right now are taking rate, and we're on the other side of that cycle. We're coming down, which is very advantageous for us right now. So we're seeing a lot of companies take rate as our rates are going down.
So it's time to look at State Farm again for sure.
Absolutely, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, best way to do that is to contact Mr. Scott Haslem, and the easiest way is he has his own website, which is scotthaslem.net. Again, that's scotthaslem.net. You can get free quotes, and I'm sure he can compare what you have right now. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Bobby and JG Radio.